Alberta is really the only province or territory in all of Canada that has that kind of oomph, that freedom oomph. When you compare American states to provinces and territories in Canada, Alberta is the closest to what would be Texas or Florida. Welcome back to another video, everybody. Today we're talking about the excruciating, crucial elections that are happening right now in Alberta. Before we get into it, I want to encourage you to give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be watching some slander campaigns. We're going to be watching, there's a video of a highlight from the debate. So this is going to be a good one. You're going to want to buckle up and watch the whole thing if you absolutely can. And before we really get into it, I want to encourage you to check out my merch store, which is linked down in the description as well as the pinned comment below. This is the Alberta collection. You've got Keep Alberta free hats, stickers, shirts, Alberta Strong hats, stickers, and even pins to show your support and solidarity for Alberta. We do have to save Alberta, which is why, I will never tell you how to vote. I could just encourage you not to vote for NDP because they will absolutely destroy this country. And if you don't want to listen to me, at least watch this video and see for yourself.
Remember the last time the NDP was in government? Rachel Notley raised your taxes 97 times, crippling our economy, putting tens of thousands of Albertans out of work. Now Notley is promising to do it again with a massive 38% tax hike on Alberta job creators. The exact policy that last time saw thousands of businesses ruined, tens of thousands of Albertans leaving, and an NDP debt crisis that nearly bankrupted us. We've come so far since then. Alberta cannot afford to go back.
They can't, and that's why it's so important to be smart about who you vote for. NDP is known for one thing and one thing only: making government jobs, which are absolutely useless. Here is a montage of Conservatives saying, well, the importance of this election.
Alberta, it's time to move forward.
It's time for tax cuts to make life more affordable.
It's time to crack down on violent crime.
It's time to get drugs addicts off our streets and into treatment. And it's time to make sure no Albertan ever has to wait or pay out of pocket for the health care they need.
Albertans don't respond to fear and smear.
Our economy is booming. Our opportunities are endless.
So together, let's move Alberta forward.
Boom. There you go. If you want more crime on the streets, if you want more drug addicts, if you want more homelessness, then NDP is going to be the best choice for you. But if you want Alberta to grow and prosper, if you want less government tax, if you want more of a strong workforce and a better province, right? More freedoms, I suppose, then, well, UCP is going to be the way that you're probably going to want to vote. And here, finally, is the debate, the much anticipated debate, Alberta debate. Leaders square off on corporate tax. Alberta UCP leader Danielle and NDP leader Rachel Notley debate corporate tax during the 2023 Alberta Leaders Debate.
Ms. Notley has so many anti-oil and gas candidates, I had lost count, including one who compared it to slavery. And I know he hasn't apologized yet, nor have you, or condemned his comments. What I would say is that when you take a position of increasing business taxes, you're creating a lot of uncertainty in our sector. We took the 12% tax that Ms. Notley had imposed, brought it down to 8%, and look what happened. Year over year, we ended up diversifying our economy, attracting more investment, creating more jobs. More people are coming into this province than ever before, and what a bonus. We now have more corporate income revenue than we have in our history, $6.4 billion. When you reduce taxes, you end up attracting jobs and investment and people. When you increase taxes, you chase it away. She wants to increase taxes again. We can't let her do that.
Ms. Notley.
And also another thing that I really like about the United Conservative Party is, well, it's not, I don't think it was touched on this debate, but their incentives for having children, right? The government of Canada doesn't really provide a whole lot. Well, I think it's like they provide quite a few $100s per child if you're under a certain income bracket, but Alberta almost matches that, right? In BC, it's like a few $dozen at most, which obviously helps. But when you start like incentivizing people to have more children, then you're going to see more growth, right? The whole baby boom was fantastic for the workforce 20 years later, and we just don't have that. We're relying on immigration as a country. We're not relying on having kids. If you haven't noticed, a lot of younger people are not in positions to have kids because they can't afford anything these days. So the fact that Alberta is saying, come here, have kids, we're going to pay you a certain amount of money, better than anywhere else in the country, I think that that's fantastic, because you're going to see a lot of people having kids in Alberta, and it's going to have an extremely great workforce down the road.
Well, 2 points there. First of all, I find it deeply ironic that Ms. Smith is talking about uncertainty and its impact on attracting investment. This is a person who, well, started by bringing in the Sovereignty Act, an act that her former finance minister very clearly said was going to chase away investment because it undermined the rule of law. That, of course, was before she was found today to have broken the law in an effort to support the private interests of someone accused of wanting to promote violence against the police. All of that chases away investment because it is such a profound compromise to the rule of law. But also, let me talk for just a moment about the issue of corporate taxes. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to take the lowest corporate taxes in the country and move them to be the lowest corporate taxes in the country. Lower than Scott Moe's, lower than Doug Ford's. And at the same time, we will have the income necessary to rebuild our education, rebuild our post-secondary, and invest appropriately in a stable system of healthcare. And all of that creates and attracts investment.
Back to Ms. Smith.
Ms. Notley, it's you and the CBC who need to apologize for Albertans. You flat out lied for several months saying that I and my office had contact Crown prosecutors. She said that is absolutely not true. And she also confirmed that I did not direct or interfere in any COVID-related cases. I would say that we have increased the amount of investment that has happened in our province. We have a $760 million renewable diesel project announced by Imperial. We have $600 million that came in from McCain's. Our Pathways Oil Sands Group is investing. We have an increase in the amount of drilling rigs. That is not a sign that people have lost confidence in our economy. You know what it is a sign of? That when you stand up to Ottawa and you tell the industry that you're going to stand up for them, they actually increase their amount of confidence and they increase their investment.
Except that we have fewer corporate headquarters in Calgary, in Alberta now than we did before in 2019, before you announced your incredibly spendthrift corporate handout.
Whoa! That was getting pretty heated, man. This is going to be an awesome debate, and I'd love to know down in the comments if you're in Alberta, or even if you're not in Alberta, who do you support the most with this election? Are you thinking that Conservatives are going to make Alberta great, or do you think that NDP can do that better? I'd love to know what you guys think down below. That's where we're going to end it, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, as well as check the merch shop, link in the description, as well as the pinned comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. If you want to support the channel financially, you can do so by checking out the merch shop linked right up there. Or if you want to do something for free, which is also absolutely acceptable and highly encouraged, you can subscribe right there. If you want to continue watching videos like this, you can do so by clicking or tapping right there to watch the next upcoming video. And if you want to watch a little bit of different content, but also Canadian stuff, you can do so by clicking right up there. That's my second channel, House of Canada, also known as the House of Commons Highlights. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.